What's up guys, JR Raymond with BowlerX.com here, coming to you from MRB Classic Pro Shop, where today we're going to take a look at the new Motiv Trident Nemesis, what is the newest shiny ball, newest pearl from Motiv. Not exactly a super high-end ball. The differential is a little bit lower on this, in the 40s. So we went with a little bit stronger layout. I know I talked a little bit yesterday about this preview, trying to figure out how we were going to lay this out, because we're looking for another shiny ball, or at least these companies are looking to compete with Storm and Rotogrip's shiny balls, because, or maybe not compete with, but try to at least find one or two pieces that are similar, because they create such a unique shape, as well as all the brands, other brands, Motiv included, create their own unique shape. So it's nice to be able to try and find different types of shapes for all different types of, bowling balls, the shiny ones, the dull ones, all that good stuff. So we're looking for a shiny piece that sees the middle of the lane and still gets up and goes down lane while we're at it. So we went with 70 by 5 inches by 60, whereas the phase 3 that I drilled, I know a lot of people wanted me to drill the phase 3 the same, or this the same as the phase 3. The phase 3 was like 70 or 80 by 5.5 by 60. So it's going to be similar, but a little bit closer pin distance for this one because it is a little bit lower differential. So we want to try to amp it up just a pinch. So we're going to take it out here on the lanes on a fresh condition and see what she's got. Stay tuned. All right, so we got a lot of hype on this ball. So we drilled this thing 60 by 5 by 70. Try to give it a little bit more pop down lane, a little bit more differential, or a little bit less differential means we got to drill it a little bit stronger to get it to read the lane a little bit more, and get it to flare just a pinch more. And it does. It definitely has its pop down lane. Definitely looks really good down lane. We've got to, as we're moving left, it's almost like it gets stronger and stronger until we get too far left where it actually hangs a little bit on the gutter. It does. If there is a little bit of a flaw to this ball, it just hangs just a pinch. And anybody that remembers the phase 3 video, I could throw it at the gutter and it literally would come off and hook a ton, which might not be a bad thing. That might actually just be a good compliment with this ball to that one. This one actually, I would say this one probably sees the lane just a pinch sooner than what the phase 2 or phase 3 does. So that's probably a good sign, because then I can go to this. When the phase 3 is not, when it's squirting or it's just a little bit too late down lane, this will probably be a really good step for, switching from that to this to get the ball to see it just a little bit quicker. But some of these shots you can see, like this one, finally I'm starting to get far enough left because the ball is so strong down lane, but it's still stone 9s because of how strong it is down lane. But finally I'm getting far enough left to get back to the pocket, which is good. And then for the rest of them, I think the next like 5 strike, they all look pretty good. Some of them are pretty unbelievable. That one I got going forward pretty good, and it's still, I didn't even get my hand around it really at all. And it's still, I mean, look how sharp that corner was. It went just straight through the middle of the deck. That's pretty sweet. And that's what I was talking about, where it kind of labors just a pinch. You get it going to the right a little bit later down lane. You got to get it there a little bit earlier. You can't wait until 45 feet to get to that spot down lane. You got to get it to read a little bit sooner than that. You get it going down there a little bit late, and it's going to labor. Pretty much any ball is going to do that. There's a few shots here where I actually get it going out there again later in the block or later in this video, and it still hooks. And this one was just labeled off my hand. This one was perfect. This one got to like 5-6 down lane. Still almost came up high, for as deep as I am. So the amount of hook you see down lane is pretty crazy. You don't see that out of a shiny Motiv ball very much. Even the Supra was quite a bit straighter. Like it forced my angles to be a little bit straighter. Even though it had some pop down lane, it was one of those super clean balls that was clean for 45 feet, 50 feet, and then it started to make its motion. This one, you could actually see, that's one that I actually threw awful, got it to the right, and it, still hooked. But this ball, you know, you can go around the lane and it's still going to pick up. It's still going to read the middle of the lane. Even though it's got that little bit lower differential, it's still going to read the lane and it's still going to go through the pins a little bit. You know, it's kind of crazy because there's like 3 or 4 shots that I throw in this video that do that gets super far to the right, still finds a way to hook, and still somehow strikes. Like, that's so far to the right that it had no business finally making its way back. But it was like I talked about earlier. It got to the right a little bit earlier, so it read soon enough to have a chance to get there. Whereas some of the other ones, the ones you saw didn't hook, didn't quite have a chance. Like even that one, that's another one. That one gets there pretty late. Yeah, way over there. Look at that, how far out. And it still finds a way to get back to the pocket. So anybody that says this ball doesn't have enough pop down lane, they're crazy. Like, this ball actually hooks quite a bit down lane, and it's still clean. It doesn't hook early. It doesn't have any of those characteristics. It reads the middle of the lane, and it hooks down lane. So those are the 2 characteristics that you're looking for in a shiny bowling ball. You don't want something that's just going to squirt through the pattern and then only hook down lane, you know, because then it could possibly hook early. It could never hook at all. So you don't want those over-under reactions. You want to know that it's going to read the middle of the lane and it's going to read down lane as well. So now we actually move back right and take some hand out of it and drop the rev rate about 50, and it still pushes through there and it still goes through the pins, goes straight through the middle of the deck still. So it's nothing, it doesn't do anything crazy, but this is just going to tell you that, you know, this is going to be one of those balls for any type of rev rate. You know, it's strong enough for the lower rev rate, and it's strong, it's, you know, and it's not too strong for a high rev rate guy or gal. You know, so you'll be able to pretty much use this ball on just about any pattern for the most part. It's going to allow you to, you know, it's going to be clean enough and still read the middle of the lane, which is good. So this one I got left a little bit and it just kind of overhooked, but still made the proper motion, still made the good shape. That one got in between second and third arrow and just hooked a little bit more down lane than I would have liked. But this next shot is the one to pay attention to. I moved back right to about 10, 11, 12. Go straight up the lane, take hand out of it, and it floats through there so well and drives through the middle of the deck still, even with the less rev rate, because I take quite a bit of hand out of it here and just roll it forward, and it still plows through the center of the pin deck. Watch this. If I had to nitpick, and if I had to say there's one little bit of a flaw out of this thing, it did look like it hung just a pinch when I got it going too far left or right. You saw the ones where I really tried to throw it to the gutter and it didn't just come off of it and go through the pins really hard. It kind of slowed down just a pinch, but still ended up getting there. I just worry that it won't be strong enough down lane if you're trying to create super huge angles, which who's really trying to create those nowadays anyway. So, but anyway, this is a step in the right direction for a pearl shiny ball, that's for sure. So make sure to head over to BowlerX.com, get yours today. And until next time, guys, we'll see you guys later.